Hey pack leaders, this is here friends around you, protecting families or protecting the pack. And I want to go over the last couple of trading notes that we've had and kind of think and reflect upon what happened. Alright, so I remember we talked about the three hair flicks. This is one, two, and then I was like, I know there's a third one coming in, but it went down and flicked down, went further down, and I bought more on the way down and went down again. I didn't buy over here, but it barely like touched the bottom, and it didn't liquidate me because it was index, I guess. And then it came back up, and I was like, oh man, and it was all within this triangle wedge, right? And then I was like, you know what? I know I'm right, but it was just agonizing waiting these 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, almost the fourth day before that expected third hair flick came in. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on that, and there it is. All right. So after this, now it's gonna start to form another thing. So based on what I've noticed, there's like a certain 20 degree I've noticed. It's kind of weird about that. Let's go with that. That seems to be kind of common. Now, think about these degrees. I'm gonna go with auto here because when you change the angle, it changes the zoom. Maybe. Oh, I don't know. I thought it changed. It was weird. Okay, well I guess not then. I thought I did something and it changed the angle. Well, that's good that it maintained it, because I was getting confused on like how these angles work. So anyways, it's gonna be a 20 degree angle down. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw the lines now to kind of see what's going to be happening on this new wedge. And also there's gonna be another 20 degrees correction somewhere here or something like that. So I'm gonna go and do the math. 20 degrees there, and I'll do another 20 degrees downwards. I don't know if that's gonna work. Okay, I'm just gonna do that. Geometry, guys, geometry. Alright, I'm just gonna make it follow on that line. Alright, so cool. Kind of expected then going down to about 3,600 after a while. Might be a good time to short. Now, I don't think there's going to be two pumps like before because this is kind of like the end of it. It could have a second pump. I don't know. Let me see. If it does have a second pump and breaks out of it, then we're going to break out this outer triangle. Then it's really going to take off and break out of this bigger red triangle, okay, that I have drawn. Alright, so anyways, this is when it first broke out, when we hit down to 3,100. 1, 2, 3 hair flakes. It only took 3 days to get to it. This one took a lot longer from here when it pumped again. Pump down. For some reason, I took it out of here. 1, 2, and 3 hair flicks. I don't know if it's a repeat or whatever. It was kind of confusing, but I kind of considered this was part of this triangle here before it flicked open. And when it flicked open, I opened up a new triangle out here. I know it's a big mess, you can't really see it. But for those of you who are tracking Bitcoin quite often, you'll kind of understand that there was a flick here. And so that's why I drew this new triangle, I believe. Yeah. Or at least part of it. So anyways, there it is. And so this took 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that was like a long triangle. Now I'm kind of thinking that maybe it's still gonna follow this line here, this bottom line. I'm not sure. I have to kind of go back and kind of see where I'm at, because this is the time frames between 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, whatever day. Oh, here's what I was saying. It was 20 degrees here. And now the angle has changed, and if I follow that angle, it would have been different. So that's what was confusing me. So long as I put an auto, I believe. I don't know. I don't like it. I think there's another line that actually makes it a little more better, but it still changes the angle if I change the zoom. So leave it at that. Okay, so let's talk about the reflection here. Knowing this, it seems like the 3 flicks still happen, but the time between was way more extended this time. Even though after the second flick it came down like it did over here, right? Same thing. It bounced up once, came down. Same thing over here. So the pattern is still the same, and then finally took off and got you to your third flick, which is over here. But the time frame took so much longer to achieve that. And it was a little more stretched out, and it really, you know, it really bounced around a lot. But I don't know. I think overall, maybe yeah, maybe add another 2 to 3 days to what it normally did. So, what could we have done differently? Well, I think at the top of any pump is to definitely look for those 3 hairs, and those hairs were there. I saw those hairs afterwards, but I happened to be at a park when I put those orders in, and I wasn't able to sit around to monitor them. So I just put the orders in, and then all of a sudden I just start taking it back, and then once I realized it was too late to look at it, I was like, well, might as well ride it out. Maybe it'll pump back, kind of thing. But it never did. Not high enough, actually. So I had to buy in order to lower where my buy point is. And then when my buy point is around here, it finally popped up, and I kind of started selling out all the way up to 4,000. Is probably what I was selling it up to. And I didn't make any sales up here because I kind of started getting worried. I had one at 4050, but I took that off and lowered it. I was like, I don't know. So if I stuck to my old original idea, I think I would have been alright. So that was my original rule, was to just stick to the plan and don't change it. And of course I changed it, and could have made more, but didn't. Okay. So here now is probably might do the same. It might be dragged out more, it might be a little longer. There could be one more pump, might be a smaller one, and if it never comes, then it's just gonna drag down more. Okay. So it's kind of like, yeah, you study it, you stick to your guns, but also you need to also, in a sense, really babysit and monitor it. Look for those 3 hairs. I don't see the 3 hair. Oh, it actually has. They're right there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's come down, so it's gonna come down. Okay. Now this one just kind of popped up a little bit, and it could be a repeat of this little segment down here. Okay. But that was a really strong pump. Strong pump, come down a little bit, and then one more pump up. Okay, so I think these patterns hold true. It's just a matter of when and whether you have the nerves to hold on for that long if you guess wrong. And if you actually shorted here but then it pumped up, or you longed here and then you have to write this down and then wait for the pump up. So yeah. So that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. And for my next prediction, I think I would probably build experience. The more and more you see it, the more and more you know it'll be there, the more confidence you will have in building and putting more positions where you think it'll go. Okay. So I'll go ahead and just kind of put small amounts for now. That way I'll have extra amounts to recover from if I guess wrong, or it hasn't happened yet and it's really working on my psychology of it all, and whether I want to be right or whether I want to make money. And that's the thing. I think it's all about not having to be right all the time. Even though I was right here, it took so long, and I actually thought about just cutting my losses either when it barely cleared 6,800 over here. I thought about cutting my losses here and not playing anymore, so I could kind of pick up these losses on shorting it. But if I done that, I would have missed this whole thing. So yeah. I think experience will prove itself over time, and then you'll be able to make more money by learning it and watching the consistencies. All right. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.